Welcome to the waiting stream. You can guess why I call it the waiting stream. I clicked on Google Chrome. Oh boy. So, because I didn't get to scan the drawings beforehand, because I didn't complete the second one before, you'll have to see me do it live, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to cut this out for YouTube or not. But maybe at least the waiting part. I don't know, man. This laptop. I just really wish I had a PC for up here, so I didn't have to deal with this nonsense. What? It's because it's not open? I didn't have to open it last time. some reason this isn't connecting to my goddamn laptop. As many times as I've done this. So not only am I late, and we haven't even actually started the stream, not only am I late because my laptop decided to update today out of all days when it needs the most, because we're doing everything on the laptop. The scanner is disconnected and it's extra slow, so it's like the update did jack shit. The main draw of today's stream was to show off the pictures that I spent hours finishing. So if you could correctly and politely scan, please, that would be great. EOC4. Whoops, I didn't know before I redeemed the push-ups. Didn't know what exactly. Saved up a lot to do that, but I will do them. Let me get this set up. I spent 10K on push-ups. I mean, I would guess you have more than that. But let me finish getting this garbage set up, and I will make good on that redemption. Let's go back out. No, that's too far. Book ready. Velocity, rookie scans. So let's see. So now we need to edit and flip it. Need to make sure it looks non-blurry. This is what I was supposed to do before the stream, but I got back 20 minutes before I was supposed to stream. And during the entire 20 minutes, my laptop was turning on. So that's why I haven't even started talking about anything just yet. Where is... Let me see. Yes. This was gritty virtuosity scans. I promise, doing the scans doesn't even take this long when my laptop wants to cooperate, but when it doesn't, well, okay, it's a good scan. It's only for Roka. I know Vermilion here. That's all types of blurry, but this is not. We already scanned a picture of her. So we'll close that out. Copy this original and copy this for. Always keep the original scans just in case I need to go back and recrop something. Because once I crop something, I can choose to save it as a copy, but I normally just save as like the original, so I can't like uncrop it back out. Okay, let's crop this. This is not the character I said I wouldn't draw, by the way. I was always planning to draw. What is this doing? Oh, it's taking its time again. Okay, cool. I would always plan to draw Roka, but you'll see who in a second. If you were here last week, you would know. No, it's not. Okay. This is my eyes. Alright. So, Roka's done. Now let's do the person we've all been waiting for. Actually, I don't even need to close it. Oh, donate? Shit, PayPal. What did you? Why did you use the donate command? I completely forget about all my commands. By the way, sorry if I can't have an account. I mean, I don't just have PayPal. I have Cash App and stuff. You don't have to donate C4. You being here is enough, my guy. Seriously, you don't. Okay, that scan should be done. Sorry, I see the comments. I'm trying to flip back and forth between. I don't know. I don't think I have. I just don't want to share my C drive on stream. So I'm doing stuff and have OBS on the same screen. Unless you want to see infinite me's, but that might slow my laptop down so much more. Let me see. Alright, the scan looks good. Oh man, that green really comes out. Green? For what character, you might ask? Here we go. I was about to say the name of the character. It's a surprise. Shh. Okay, that should be done. OG scans. Nope, you can't look at it. Nope. I pulled it off just in time. Alright, let's rotate. Oh yeah, that looks fire. You cannot make out his name, but that's... You don't really need to. I would crop it out of the thing anyway. Alright, it's rotated. Now let's copy and paste into the other folder. And... crop. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, am I keeping you guys in suspense? I hope I'm doing a good job at it. Oh, the B is still in his name. You're probably gonna see it because I can't exactly. Shoot, I should have erased it. It's not too late to do that, but I don't want to waste any more of you guys' time that I have already. I don't even have my eraser up here. I'll erase it after and probably. Oh no, I do. I have an eraser. Let me see. You can barely see it, but the B, I have to move his name anyway, and that. What was that? That B is gonna bother me. Oh, appreciate the host, Chase, and appreciate the lurk, my guy. Were you live? Or no, rating is when you're live. Appreciate the host and the lurk. I'm about to show off your mans in a second, but I haven't displayed them on the stream just yet. Okay, the B is now gone, so I can do a cleaner scan here with a better cropping, and then we'll get to business finally. 20 minutes in. Oh man. I would have done this all off stream, but I post on Instagram that I start at 8. So I want to at least be live so people don't expect the lies or anything like that. Okay, the scan's almost done. Hope this is just as good of a scan. Let me see. Oh yeah. And the name's gone. It looks pretty much the exact same. Alright. So let's save this as hang on. I see your comments. Black. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to say the name. Oops. Place. Scans. Let's re-rotate this. Yep. Okay, so looks good. Copy. Paste out here. I can just delete this one. Beautiful. It's beautiful. I can't wait to show it. You guys already probably saw Roka, but this man's right here. Oh, it's special. Oh, it's special. Alright, that should be it for the scans for this week. I don't think I finished anybody else. Let's... Actually, I can reopen both of their images. Oh, oops. Scan thing. Okay. I apologize. I honestly, I always put these in post anyway to add Nacho's intro. He sent me an intro, so I put those on YouTube. And I just add that to the beginning of these streams. But sometimes, since it's already in post, I'll cut out certain things that I know just feel like an entire waste of time. Like yesterday when the stream was crashing mid-stream. And the screen was freezing a lot. See, for me, me being here ain't gonna get you a faster computer. LOL. Nah, man, seriously, don't worry about it. You know, the more you being here, like the more people that are here, the more people are inclined to watch. So really, you being here is good enough. Like, yeah. Before we get started, let me make good on those push-ups. Oh man, can I angle this down? See, let me see. I got pants on. I normally always have pants. I don't get people that stream without pants. Okay. I think I've done this only once before. Let me see if it can. Does it get the ground? Just barely. I think that's enough space. Right? Yeah. Alright, push up time. 10 push ups. Don't make fun of my form. Okay? I'm gonna move up here. Don't make fun of my form, alright? You can. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. I am. Oh no. I'm winded. I'm out of breath. I'm out of energy. I'm out of all. Makes fun of. Damn it, C4. Alright. Hey, if multiple people were to redeem those in one stream, that might actually win me. Oh boy, that's when you can start making fun of my form. It's way harder to do on carpet. RIP arms. Yeah, bro. I mean, good. Like, that second day after you do a workout, the second and third day are like the worst. And you haven't done it in a while, which I haven't, which is why you hear me slightly pause. It's also very hot. I don't know why I have the heat on. I like the white noise. Kinda. Does this have a fan? I don't think that space heater has a fan. Alright. Thank you for redeeming your channel points. That 10,000 is not an easy one to reach, but 10,000 means you've been watching for a while. So I appreciate sticking around. C4 has been here since the beginning of... He was here before I even started my channel. Alright. So, thank you for sticking around so long, my guy. And let's get into... What do I have on the to-do thing? Oh, yeah, this week I was going to... Oh, now you see the name. This week I was going... Don't look at this. I was going to start... There's like a contest or something in the Twitch Writers Network or whatever it's called on Discord. And I was going to write for that this week. It's not due until July, so I don't think it's a priority right now, but that was just in case I didn't have anything for this week. But I came up with some more meat for the intro arc, and I have an idea for the second arc that I want to do before we even get to the school, because I feel like we have to meet Zero. We have to know more about him in the very beginning without any sort of side characters or anything like that. And then in the second arc, I feel like we should meet the surrounding cast, the other three, so we know the main four by the third arc in the series, at least as individuals, before we even get to introducing the rest of the class, because I don't want them to blend in, like his three friends to blend in with the rest of the students. So we'll have an intro arc, the team bonding arc, and then we'll have the beginning of the school year arc. I think I wrote that down in the world building. Don't look at it. Don't look at the left side. So I'm not going to... Roka is one of the characters we drew. I'm not going to go back over the information. My pleasure. Yes, I appreciate it. You probably wrote that like 30 minutes ago. I didn't say it. I'm so sorry. Why is this not... I'm not going to re-go over Roka's information we've talked about on the stream. I just didn't have the drawing ready. So I'll just show her off, explain what her powers do, and we'll move on from there. And then we'll go into the character I said I promise not to draw. Wait, story arc. Okay, there's no spoilers there. Okay. So Roka. Here is. Oh no, you guys caught a glimpse. I'm so sorry. Alright, here is Roka. I'll put her on the left side of the screen, or I'll just put it on the right. My face is in the way. It looks kind of blurry, but that's probably just OBS. This is the bodyguard to the counselor, or kind of like leader or president of the capital of the snow region. She's her personal bodyguard. Roka is Kokaida's bodyguard. Roka is also part of Ruin, which is the main group, the main villainous group of this shonen. They can always be seeing some variety. They always have black and red somewhere on their body. So you see she has the red accents here. It's a part of her suit and like part of the necklace, and then she just has black pants. There's not really black anywhere else around on her. I was gonna make her suit black as well, but I wanted to add a little bit more color than that. Here's her cloak. I put these like little really bad snowflakes on it because she's in the snow region. She's in the capital of the snow region. Kokaida's also gonna have that on like her dress. Blue hair because anime. You can't see her eyes. It's always covering them. She has this light shield hat. This is her Smith gift weapon. It can just have this light shield ring around it, and it acts like a razor. Of course, with her air manipulation, when she throws it, she can control the currents around the hat, so it's easier to guide and guide back to her. And she has not only does it do that, but it has this personal light shield that comes down and shields her body because it goes out. It's big enough to go out past her body, so it can shoot down these light beams that act as a shield, all 360 style around her body. So she can also like put this hat on other people and activate it so it shields their body, which is really important for somebody that's guarding a single person's life or acting like they are, Kokaida. So yeah, that's pretty much her. I did more about her backstory in like the past 2 streams or something like that, but Six Cyber, I appreciate that, C4. Her influence it's no secret is from a certain Mortal Kombat character with at least her hat. Everything else is original, I guess, even though there are technically no original ideas. And her hat, Roka, her name, Roka, means, it's from Sat-Roka, again, which means hat in Malagasy, however you pronounce it, which is the Madagascan language. So that's where that's Roka in a nutshell. She is, get out of here, bro. What? She's very, very nihilistic, sociopathic. I don't think downtrodden is the right word. She's just very non-feeling. She doesn't have a whole lot of feelings. I'm gonna smack you, bro. I don't want to. So that's Roka. That's sort of a nutshell. We'll leave her picture up. Because why not? Let's get rid of that. And the moment you've all been waiting for. Wait, I thought I cropped this. Is this the... Oh, this is the new one here. So, what is this? What the hell? OG school? No. This is the one without the B, right? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Here is that boy. Black Phoenix. Remember that guy both C4 and Chase helped me create from last week? Yeah. This is that boy right here. The badass dude with feather manipulation or feather conjuration, feathers. This is him. We'll do a bit. Can you not have emergencies while I'm streaming? Thank you. Um, this is the Featherman. Let's do a little bit of recap on him. I don't think I added. Oh, I never finished his bio. Damn it. I was gonna have him connected to the other cowboy-like instructor. So we have Haneo, who is the one who has like a really dark backstory, but he's like an upbeat dude, and we have Dr. Esperana, who lost their powers. Haven't drawn either one of them yet, and then there's the third, the history teacher, who has a revolver, but he shoots, as C4 described it, life juice. So he's either gonna be related to him, or he's going to be like a protege of some sort, as C4 described it. I like the idea of either of those. What? Why is it? I'm looking for the damn his thingy, the character info. Black Phoenix. It's only saying. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Scroll to it. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna leave his picture on the left now, so you guys can read what's on the right. Black Phoenix, ex-soldier, all this, we've discussed all this before. Neutral good, cool, chill, calculated, calm, mellow. His goal is to court women and acquire currency, as we described the gentlemanly way of saying a certain other phrase. Merc for hire, he's in one of the later arcs. Let me check which arc number that is. TCT Mystery. So it's around the 5th arc, where it stands right now, before they get into Glacial Wind and meet Roka and Hokkaido, in the snow region. So his whole purpose, spoilers for the manga whenever that comes out, is he's supposed to be introduced as like this badass side character, or somebody that looks like they'll be a mainstay, somebody that the audience is going to favor when they first see him, because look, this guy is just oozing badassery, right? He's got the cowboy hat, he's got fingerless gloves, he's got the revolver, he's got the scarf, he's got the feathers, and he's got the pipe. It's just levels upon levels of badassness. And then probably within the same, definitely by the end of the arc, but I'm thinking anime wise, probably within the same episode, if not the second episode you see him in, he's gonna get clapped, to show that any side character, I'll say side character because the main 4, I don't think I want to kill any of them off. They will be getting effed up along the way, like physically, just to show that I'm not protecting them either entirely. But to show that any side character can get it at any point, should I decide it makes sense for the story. Or not, even if it doesn't make sense. Like, this world is not meant to be a purely happy one. The villain's point of view is, like, the whole villain group Ruin, their whole point of view is that humans are innately bad and very flawed beings that need to be wiped from the earth, in order to create new humans without those flaws that they see in the current humans, because they all have very depressing, very dark backstories. So you can understand their point of view. So yeah, this man gets clapped. Self-mutator, his feather manifestation. He has 2 moves. Black Phoenix rises. He creates wings from the feathers. He can conjure from his back. So this is one of his moves here. You're seeing that in its entirety. And then reload, which creates small feathers. Why did I not put plural here? To use as ammo for his Smith gift, I named Jesse. For all the Smith gift items, I named them, like, gave them their names are like Easter egg. Like, so I got the name Jesse from not only there. I think there was a famous cowboy that had Jesse in his name. It wasn't Jesse the Kid. No, that's Billy the Kid. It was Jesse something, I think. But his revolver is named Jesse after Jason McCree from Overwatch. He looks like there's High Noon written all over him, so why not? Plus, he's one of my favorite heroes to play in that game, so shout outs to McCree and Overwatch and Blizzard. And he shoots the feathers that comes from the wings. There's nothing really too special about the gun besides the fact that it's pretty much made for his ability, because guns aren't like I've said before, guns aren't like super prevalent in this series, because I wanted to get more creative than just, hey, I have an assault rifle and fire powers, so I think I win. I'm not. You see the symbol here. I wasn't gonna add anything here, but I felt like there was too much empty space on this side of his body. I can show you the sketch I had. I don't know. I can show you the sketch I had originally had. I mean, I didn't change it, but here. So originally there was nothing on that side of his body, but I decided to add the symbol. So that's the joke character. I said I was just gonna let my artist deal with, but he became too much of a meme that I wanted to draw him. He's also based off my friend Chase, who be in the stream sometimes. He actually is hosting us right now. He's got his hair a bit. It's curly. It's kind of hard to tell because I had to color it in, but it's curly, and then he's got the same like facial hair. Yeah. So that's Black Phoenix. I still need to do his bio. As I said before, I think that's like one of the only things I'm missing on him. I will check my table of contents for this character. Let me see. Where is he? Black Phoenix. Weapon name, we gave him that. And then bio with history teacher. Oh, I did name the history teacher though. Let me see. Forgot. Bio with where is he? Up here. Okay. So the history teacher, I gave the name Diallo, which means gun in Slavic. He's a grizzled war veteran with a cowboy hat and a revolver. His personality is dead, grim, and some other depressing third thing, because I always rule of 3 with the personality traits. His name just means gun, straight up. But I thought it sounded like a name. Not only did it sound like a name, but it's to his character. It's gun. I looked up all the different ways that other languages say gun, and I thought this one, like normally I'll take a piece of a word if it's too long, but I like how it sounds. But this one in its entirety, just I like this. So that's the name of the history teacher. So we have Haneo, Diallo, and Dr. Esperana as the 3 professors we'll meet in the 3rd arc. Well, we meet Haneo in the 1st arc, but you'll see why in a second. Historian the Historian? Who's a historian? What? Who that? Oh, hello. What? We can probably do some more of these people here. Just making sure I was there. Oh, okay. Yeah. I kind of want to go more into the brutal villain guy, but I want to give you guys a peek into what's to come. We got a male whale caller who's based off another one of my friends. So I make fun of the fact that one of my friends has like a deep voice, and I say all the time that he sounds, whenever he's talking, he sounds like he's doing whale calls because his voice is so damn deep. Um, so I was gonna make it so his power is calling, it's something useless, kind of useless, like calling space whales, from this series. So he'll just project his voice outward, and then the whales start coming over, and that's it. And I was gonna make it so, like, you know how I was making it so Black Phoenix seems like a useful badass character that'll be like part of the series the entire way. I was gonna make it so it's very clear that this guy is useless, especially with this ability, and the audience wonders when I'm gonna kill him off because I seem to kill off a lot of characters, or by that point I will have. Perhaps I'm gonna take some time to get the audience to be attached to them, but I think by the time he's in the series, like, the audience will be wondering, yo, this guy is useless. Why is he still here? Why hasn't Jay killed them off yet? And then I'm gonna be laughing because I might never plan to kill him off. That might be the whole point of him. Like, yeah, some people, like the badass cool ones, die somewhere along the line, but this guy, he's so damn useless. I find it hilarious that he'll never die. Um, that's just an idea. I don't know if I'm even gonna make him a permanent character. Um, Even if he were to be a part of this series, he would definitely be like a cameo character popping up here and there. He would not contribute anything to the series. I know how to deal with characters like that. For example, Captain Cadet in Descendant, out on Amazon, buy it now. Captain Cadet is exactly, he's the number one hero in Descended, the hero that saved the most amount of people, and he has no superpowers. And you'll learn more about him in book 2, which again I'm still editing, because he has his own chapter. Each of the nobles, either paired up or the solo ones, like, get their own chapter but connected to the heroes from the first book. Learn more about him, but he has no abilities, and he's the number one hero, and he's all about, kind of more about the fame than anything. It's really annoying, and I wouldn't say you understand why he's like that, but he's one of those characters that the audience isn't really supposed to care about or like, especially when he shows up. Because you're like, oh god, it's this guy again. It's that type of thing. So I'm wondering maybe that's what the male whale caller will be, but he might just never die. But I don't know if I want a character like that in the series at all. I'm debating it. But let's get to the arc stuff. So so we have the introduction arc, which is Cyril versus Pytal. In the beginning, I'm not gonna overload the reader or audience with a lot of information about the world right off the bat. I want to make it so Cyril is kind of learning as he goes along, like the reader. So yeah, I'll dump some information, like, about the Smith gifts, because Pytal, I gotta find him. I'm sick of scrolling. Here we go. Pytal is a thug thief type. Oh yeah, I wrote his backstory. I forgot about that. I don't have like a look in mind. I'm thinking, no, I don't really have a look in mind for him just yet. But neutral evil, cocky, smug, arrogant, steals. His goal is to steal money from those weaker than him. Occupation thief, no rank, political rank. Affiliation Ordomel Plains region, which is where Cyril is when we first meet him in the series. So here's where, like, we're easing the reader into the series. He doesn't have a class nor virtue ability. I'm just making it so off the bat, he's only able to use his Smith gift weapon, which has some sort of the special abilities that I always give to everyone, like Roka's light shield with their hat and all that. So Zero, when we first meet him, barely knows how to do any of the base abilities, and I'm going to use this first arc mainly, and the second arc, getting the reader comfortable with. Like I say, I'm gonna swap between reader and audience. Just reader for the manga and audience for the anime. But is gonna get the reader comfortable with the idea of the base virtue abilities, which every person that wants to hone them can hone. Every living being. So it's gonna be the main important thing is for him to learn how to use his shield in his battles with Pyto. It'll be probably like 2 battles. The first battle we see him fight, it'll probably be against a mugger or something like that to instill confidence in Zero, like for the reader to instill confidence in him, like, oh, he's not the type to always get his ass kicked. We see him win his first fight, so that's kind of cool. Then he'll lose his second fight against Pyto, and then he'll meet Haneo, which is one of the 3 school teachers along the way. And I'll explain. I have some of the beats planned out. They're, again, until the manga comes out, they're always subject to change, but I'm liking where I'm going with this. So Zero, I forgot where it was. Yeah, he loses his second fight, which is his first fight against Pyto, who is his ceiling for this first arc. He meets Haneo. Haneo starts to train him personally for a bit, so he gets comfortable with using his virtue shield. And then Zero, he fights Pyto the second time and wins. So the ending of this arc is what is about to set this series apart. And I will read Pyto's backstory before we get into it, but I'm really excited to explain just what I mean, what sets this shonen apart differently from others. So again, he's a thief, he's cocky, smug, arrogant. There's not much to him on the surface. He's kind of just a jerk that lingers around town stealing from people. Nobody really does anything about it because there's not strong people living in this town as of right now until the school year starts. So Pyto's bio. He claims that no one in the town is hiring, so in order to make any sort of money to take care of his bedridden mother and baby sister, he has to steal from people. That's what he claims. While exploring outside of Ordomil, which is the town that they're both in, he found the bat his momentum bat, lying in the nearby forest and has used it ever since. He is just fearful the original owner might still be alive and call for it when he needs it most. So this is his origin before we meet him in the series. There's not much to him, even once you figure out what he's about, but you know why he's doing what he's doing, or claims. So quickly, the momentum bat. It's a bat that gains more stored power for the next attack the more it's swung around without making contact with anything solid. Cannot affect gaseous substances like air, smoke, vapor, and I added this 2 days ago, shockwaves, which is what Zero's first ability is, his virtue ability. And I'm feeling it will be unlocked during the second fight, because you have to unlock your virtue ability through some means. I haven't come up with the means just yet, but it's not super important how you unlock it. As far as right now when I'm planning, but so if Zero were to be fighting him in that second fight and shoot a shockwave, and we're gonna go a bit longer than 9 tonight because of the 20-minute delay in the beginning. But if Zero were to shoot his shockwaves out at the bat would not lose its momentum. So say Pyto swung it around, and I get his name from centripetal, which I know is not how you spell or pronounce those last 5 letters. But I wanted it to sound like a name. Again, all of these names sound like they could be real names in a fantasy anime world. So if Zero were to shoot his shockwaves out at the momentum bat, it would not lose the stored power it was using from the swing. So because shockwaves would count as a gaseous substance, not a liquid or a solid or plasma. So yeah. So that's Pytal versus Zero, and then the thing that I said I wanted to make this like show that this sets it apart is there's also this tidbit I didn't add, but I'll explain in a second. I think where did I write it down? Did I not add it? And I'll go through what I have for the beginning chapters as well. Yeah, I didn't add it just yet. That's fine. So things to add: don't have Zero lose his first fight. I was gonna have him lose his first fight, but I looked up like shonen tropes, and I'm trying to flip a few of them on their head. I didn't want him to lose his first fight. Zero tries to call Pytal out about jobs not being offered in Ordomil. Oh, you guys can't. There we go. In Ordomil because he landed one. So Zero, when we get introduced to him in the series, he already has a job. He's working at a bookstore in Ordomil. But Pytal mentions not having the clothes and necessary experience to work the jobs. He continues saying he can't get any of the experience for a job if he can't get a job, referring to the realistic vicious cycle of landing a job in the real world. So there's another layer of depth there relating to our world, because it be like that, especially just fresh out of college. I'm not one to talk right now because I left my last one. But yeah, I think that makes Pytal a little bit more relatable. Now here's where I flip it on its head. So you might expect Pytal to become like a secondary rival to Zero down the line. Like you expect Zero to help him back up, be like, all right, man, you're all right. Just stop being a thief and stop being a jerk to these people in this town. Pytal's like, no promises, jerk, but I'll see you around, I guess, or something like that. Because Ferris is his real rival. But yeah, you don't expect anything bad to happen to Pytal because he seems to have his heart in the right place. And you understand why he can't land the job, because who the hell can't relate to that vicious job cycle until you land your first one. So you expect everything to go well from this point. But in my notes, which I haven't added yet, and this is the point I was trying to get to for the past 10 minutes, when Zero wins his fight against Pytal, and Pytal claims that he'll never reform, which is not what you might expect from a character that's not really a villain. He's just the introduction villain or antagonist for the series. Pytal claims that he's never going to reform. And Haneo, who was there watching the entire fight the second time around, and probably was for the first one, I haven't figured that out just yet, Haneo kills him and argues with Zero about how he could stop Haneo if he becomes a student. So when Zero loses his second fight and Haneo, the teacher, shows up and he's like, hey, you got your ass kicked, kid. You want to join this academy that's opening up? The OAVL, or word that should be, acronym that should be old. You want to join this academy to hone those abilities? And Sarah's like, no, old man, go screw yourself. Haneo's not that old, but he does have white hair. He's like, nah, old man, I don't need your help. And then Haneo's like, all right, you don't have to come to school, but I'll train you a bit just so you understand how your virtue stuff works. And that's how Zero wins the second fight. Haneo then shows up and he kills Pytal because he really wants Zero to join the academy. We don't know why. He gives a weak reason, but he gives a reason as to, and I'll explain it here, But as to why Zero should join this Virtue Academy, but that was no reason to straight up off Pyro. I don't know how I want jailing and the villain that was never killed system thing to work. I'm thinking there won't be many crimes whatsoever, petty crime, you get a slap on the wrist, something like that, because unless it's a big bad in the series, I don't imagine that many people being super inherently evil, like conquer the world type of evil. And then Haneo says something like "Be the change you want to see" or something like that to Zero after he kills Pyro. So let's get into. Let me swap these. Let me get into reading. Why is the window this thick? This window has no business being that thick. Let's get into some of the intro stuff for chapters 1 and 2 that I have. And these chapters are going to be short because manga chapters are way shorter than or novel chapters can go on as long as they want, pretty much. But manga chapters, I think, are generally more concise, maybe around like 20 something pages. So chapter 1. Zero is ready for work at the bookstore, brushing his teeth, showering, getting dressed. We get to see around his room. Books splayed all over, music playing in the background, headphones either on his bed or on his desk, a punching bag hung from the ceiling. He leaves, sees down the main street of Ordermill. I have to include the fight somewhere. You're not going to see it. His first encounter. And I haven't revisited this in a minute, so I'm just reading what I wrote from before. Leaves town. He leaves and sees down the main street of Ordermill, headphones on, where there are people greeting each other, some people in a rush, others standing around looking shady. And this is also kind of, these beats are also kind of in the style of how I want to send them to the artist. Instead of going this way, he decides to take the scenic route, letting the breeze hit him, watching the trees sway. So he's kind of, it's like a really kind of chill intro to this character who kind of likes to breathe and take in the scenery sometimes. Before entering his place of work, he has a group of gang members hanging out near the front of the store. They don't see him. He walks inside to greet Mr. Saeed. The day goes by slowly, Zero constantly peeking outside, showing his impatience. Over the course of the day, he sweeps, dusts counters, tables, reads, and listens to music when Mr. Saeed doesn't see him. Important note, Haneo stays there most of the day as well, sipping tea and reading leisurely. So Haneo is there from the very start. Saeed trusts Zero to lock up, and as Mr. Saeed exits, the gang members from earlier enter. The leader of this group, Pydo, tells Zero to give him all their earnings for the day. Zero goes back and forth, ultimately refuses, which Pydo causes Pydo to begin beating him with his own Virtue Shield active. This is definitely going to change because, as I described, he doesn't lose his first fight. Zero didn't even have his first fight just yet. So, again, I'm just reading all this to get to the stuff in chapter 2. As Pydo goes to take the monies, Haneo stops him and beats the rest of the gang up, only to use his Virtue Shield as well. Only using his Virtue Shield as well. After causing him to scamper off, Haneo helps Zero up and they discuss Virtue and Haneo being a teacher at OABL. End the chapter with Zero saying nah after Haneo offers to get him to join the academy. Zero explains that he doesn't think he's ready. Haneo presses, saying the school year is about to start soon. He believes Zero has potential. I'm probably not going to change this. Zero points out that Haneo really wants him in this school, and this is the part I was trying to get to, and wants to know why. Haneo comes forward with the truth, saying that they need an even number of students for teams. So all of the students have already signed up by this point, and Haneo is looking for the last student so all the teams could be rounded up, because every team is a team of 4. So Haneo's kind of just coming forward and being honest here, being super honest, like, look, kid, we only have 19 students. We need 20 for the round out. I think you got potential. What we don't know by this point is Haneo's sunglasses allow him to read the abilities. And wait, let me not just say this because I know I have it written down. The explanation. I added more to his dark backstory, but I don't want to get too much into that. Actually, don't look at the screen. Don't look at the right side. There's spoilers here. Where are his glasses stuff? His glasses called sun specs. He has virtue reading with his sunglasses. So, able to read the virtue capacity, class, and ability of anyone he looks at. If he's not wearing these, though, he becomes blind. So, that's the downside to being pretty much a human computer with these glasses. So, yeah. So then Siri agrees, but on one condition that Haneo teaches him that glowy technique, which is the virtue shield. It's probably going to change as well. Haneo says sure, but under one condition. And then Siri adds that's not how conditions work. I might keep that in as well. So yeah. That's it. It's a strange intro. Yes, shout out to Jaden. I was gonna mention him before the end of the stream, but it's my little brother's birthday today, so shout outs to him. He turns 20. I didn't get to see him today. We were supposed to see him, but then we found out that his friends are taking him out for dinner. So cool. I'm gonna call him before the end of the night. But shout outs to my little brother. Thank you for redeeming that, moms. So back to this. That's kind of where the intro arc is going. There's gonna be more chapters. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit more. Because I think I want the first book to at least cover the intro arc. Maybe the second. I don't know how far I want to stretch this. It's not a whole lot to it that I have in mind. There's 3 major fights across this arc. Zero wins 2 of them. We meet Haneo, which is the only other pretty much mainstay character at this point, which I think is good, because I'm normally the type to throw a bunch of characters at the reader at one time, and you just gotta learn everybody's names. And with this series, their names, if you don't know the yo, what up, Coffee Quills, goes to the writing pretty well. I'm explaining the intro arc of the shonen I'm working on. Welcome to the stream, Daddy. Glad you could make it. So wait, I forgot what I was saying. So I think it's good. I only keep it to 2 main characters, 3 if you count Pyro before he gets clapped. For this series, at least for the intro arc, because for this series, the names of the characters, unless you know or remember where the names came from, you're not going to remember everybody. That's why I always try to put some sort of meaning to everybody's name, whatever character it may be. But for something like Descended, I can do on the nose names, like somebody named Seismic, for example. He has earth manipulation powers, so that's really easy to make that connection there. Oh, that's Seismic, that's the rock guy. Or Ice Cap, who is a blue tiger. Don't read too much into that. But Ice Cap, he's got ice in his name, he's got ice powers. Pretty simple. With this series, everybody's name is a little bit more complicated than that. Like Seo, for example, I got his name from, and I've said this like at least 3 times before, but Zero, his name comes from, appreciate the follow, Coffee Crows. Great to hear it. Appreciate it. Zero's name comes from Cirrostratus, which is a type of cloud, and it was back when this series was 3 separate series. Zero was supposed to be the main character of one of those 3 separate series, and he was supposed to have electricity powers instead of shockwave powers like he has now. But I like the name, so I kept the name. And you know, electricity being connected to the clouds, which the clouds form the lightning comes from the sky and all that stuff. Yeah, but clouds, I guess
air moisture that's kind of connected to shock waves, which is also dealing with air pressure and all that. So I feel like the name still kind of fits. I forgot where I got Haneo's name from. Let me double check. Especially if we spend more time with the main character, I feel like the audience will be connected to him more. Because I want this to be a series where people actually care about the main character. He's not your stereotypical shonen protagonist. That's another thing that I'm flipping on its head with this series. Coffee Quill's always glad to find other Twitch writers to support, and superhero writing is awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow again. So, oh wait, don't look at the rest. There's spoilers. Oh god, guys, I gotta be better with that. So again with Zero, he's not your stereotypical shonen protagonist. He's intellectually smart. Maybe not street smart as much. Like he might be a little naive on that side. Like, hey kid, you got $1? And be like, sure man, we need $1 for it. And then the guy just walks away once he hands it to him. Like, okay, and then he walks away. But he's intellectually smart when it comes to learning anything about this world. For example, virtue, he's going to catch on very fast when it comes to learning about virtue shields and his abilities and all that. And as far as like the history of the world and all that, because you know how it's its own trope about how shonen protagonists are just inherently stupid. I don't know why that caught on as a thing. Goku, Naruto, Luffy, Midoriya isn't. I think Midoriya is not except the whole legs thing. This man was breaking his arms for like 2 seasons straight, and then he just found out he could use his legs as well to fight people. That was dumb. But he's not like a stupid, no brain having character. Gon from Hunter x Hunter is another example. So Zero's not like that at all. I was gonna make him the happy-go-lucky, super hyper lovable dumb type, but I thought I should probably change that. At least, again, if I want to care about him, me personally, as a main character, and which will probably get the audience or reader to care about him, I don't think he should be just dumb. And I feel like that's also like an easy way to get the audience to like a character if they like those like goofy dumb main characters. But yeah, we're changing some things about the genre here and there, and wait till we get to later arcs, because oh boy, there's a reason there are more arcs than, no, that's the wrong one here. There are more arcs than the 9 I have described. Oh god, oh, I flipped them, I forgot. Than the 9 I have here. There's, once we get to this 10th arc that I have for a reason that's on a separate page, things get even, it's already dark up until this point, like the whole Black Phoenix thing, his whole character that's in the 5th arc. Once we get to the 10th arc, things get even darker. And I can't wait till we get there, but of course I've been trying to limit my mind to focusing on the introduction arcs first, at least. Thumbs up. Coffee Quills, thumbs up. We're going to need to lurk and work for now, but I'll still be here. I appreciate the lurk, Coffee. Thank you for chilling with your boy. So yeah, once we get to this 10th arc, it's a spoiler, and I'm trying to keep you guys from spoilers because I'm hoping this comes to light very soon. You'll actually be able to read it without me just talking about what's coming to the series. But yeah, I put a little blurb here for the team bonding arc. I guess I'll read that. So Haneo is getting his students to bond before the school year begins. He has Zero meet Ferris, Zashi, and Amy, who are the other 3, who have already spent some time getting to know each other, making Zero the odd one out. So again, it's another way to get the reader to know these characters from Zero's point of view, because he does not know them, and it's easy. It's an easier way to get the reader to understand who these new characters are. Ferris is the rival. Zashi is, she's kind of like the tank of the team, and she's also going to be very important in the Glacial Wind Politics arc. And her brother is who was on the other part of this page with Black Phoenix. He's on the top half. I haven't drawn him yet, Jato, but yeah. And then Amy is kind of, they're all badass in their own way, but I'd say Amy is like the main badass of the team. And then we'll get to the school arc. There's mini arcs within that arc. And then the first God arc. Oh, I didn't read this, but the four come across a god, God, god of not destruction, god of death, because they're each of the gods are named after actual gods of death, like Thanatos. Hades isn't one. He technically isn't one. Thanatos, not Uranus. There's a whole bunch. Let me look up death in this document. Death, God. Okay, here we go. So Thanatos, Odin, Iku, Anubis, I don't know how to pronounce that. Morana, Chernobog, Hel, Orcus. All of these are going to be names of the GODs that are in this series. But the idea with them is to make the audience think they're like the main group of villains, and you just meet them and it's like, oh, these are clearly going to be the main bad guys of the series, because I'll explain why now. When you meet them, world building. When you meet them, they don't defeat this god of death. So the four come across, the main four that I mentioned, Zero, Ferris, Zashi, and Amy, come across a god of death in a weakened and dying state. They aren't able to defeat it, and it dies on its own, giving them a ceiling early, so like a power ceiling that they have to break through and achieve. But I don't think they're going to reach that ceiling for a while. Maybe they will, because the Glacial Wind Politics arc reveals one of the members of the actual main villain group. I don't know how long I'm going to keep the reader in the dark about who the actual main villains are, but the main villains, like Hokkaido, that group is the one that's controlling the gods of death, which is what I want the audience to think the main villain group is. So it's like, you think it's these people, but there's people above them that are controlling those people, those beings that are way more powerful than those beings. So yeah, we're gonna have a Smith Gift Hunter arc at some point. I can interject that at any point. Maybe still before the Glacial Wind Politics arc. I want to wait a little while before we get there. Once we introduce the first God of Death. So maybe I might put it before. Let me see. Put it before the because once I want these to be back to back, because the Train City Train Mystery arc includes the Black Phoenix here on the left, and that TCT is taking them to Glacial Wind, which is where that next arc takes place. So these arcs kind of go hand in hand, and I really wouldn't want there, unless the train like collapses on the way to Glacial Wind. I really wouldn't want there to be anything in between that. And then that is also leads into the KIE recruitment arc. And then there can be probably some stuff before the tournament arc, but once we get to that spoiler arc, that 10th arc, oh boy, things kick off. So yeah, I think that's enough. We went past our time for a bit with that 20-minute delay at the beginning. I'll probably cut it out and post for YouTube, but yeah. If I don't have anything next week, who do I need to draw more people still. Still have to draw Jato. I don't think I have Kayahi outlines, but I still want to do his tattoos. and I'm trying to come up with something creative for those. But other than Kiahi, who is outlined for the shonen, I don't have anybody else drawn. Everybody you see in the file is within these first few pages. Oh, Kokaida. I kind of want to do something with her hair. But Kiahi and Kokaida, who isn't even outlined yet, they're the only two that I have to finish as far as right now goes. Everybody else here they've been completed. Even most of their like bios and stuff, maybe not Mend, sort of Vermilion, but the main four I told you we were already finished. Dragon, I still have to do his backstory, or I need to do some more stuff on him. But yeah, this was glad the stream picked up because oh boy, that intro was rough. So for next week's writing stream, if I don't have anything, we'll be doing the contest thing from the Twitch Writers Network's Discord for July. I think it's the 31st. I think it's the end of July. Did I swap them back? I didn't swap them back. It's on this one. Damn it. Oh, there we go. And let me show you my plans for that to do here. So, for that, you're supposed to, like, write a story from, like, a fantasy monster's point of view. There's not much to it other than that. Just make sure it's a fantasy monster. You might want to... They said it can have horror elements, but horror shouldn't be the main focus. Just be about a monster. I don't want to get rid of the notification, so I keep that in the back of my head. But I was thinking about some characters that I already have lined up from Descended. I could pick any one of the weird-looking characters from that series. For New Mythology, that's what it's called. I could have gone with Archaeos / Krygon, which is like the one-eyed alien dragon god, but I feel like I write about him enough. I think Hyde would probably be the most interesting and unheard of, because Hyde is a soulless piece of armor that was brought to life by the magic user known as Obliteration, who you will learn more about in the third Descended book coming to you, hopefully by next year. Get hyped for that. I was thinking maybe Pheno, who is like an underwater. He's like the royal guard to the Haven goddess called Thalassa. Antic, who is an alien dude. He just looks weird and he always has a creepy smile on his face. I don't think I have a picture of him. Cyber, who's from the Dark Before Dawn series. It's within the same like universe as Descended, but I don't really have much on him. He just looks strange. I thought I could do something on him, but Zeo, he's also another alien from Descended, and then maybe a Deadhead. All the Deadheads are like, they're aliens, and again, and they have like, their faces are just skulls, like they don't have skin or anything, but all of their heads are like on fire, and each of their fires is like a different color, something like that. But they're kind of low in not population, is that the word? Their species or alien race is kind of endangered. I don't know if that's offensive to this fictional group of aliens that I made, but yeah. I finished Desvi's stuff. I just need to do his drawing, but he in his entirety is completed, and so is Roka for this document that I have all this information on, so I can reduce the amount of pages my new document has. It's ridiculous. It just keeps growing. Oh, we went down. We were at 98 last time. We went down a page because I moved 2 characters over. Nice. 97 more pages to go. Alright. Let's get out of here. Oh boy, do I want to stream Arkham City tomorrow?
I might have to look up how to get inside that freaking building, but I don't know. If you guys aren't like fiending for it, I might not stream that. I might just continue The Last of Us 2 because well, not with the last stream. If you saw that with the dogs, God, I don't know, I'm traumatized. But that I'm probably still gonna do Chrono Trigger Fridays, but Arkham City, I am just not having fun playing that at all. We'll see. Most likely, we're still gonna have a stream. Just come by and see what we're streaming at 8 tomorrow. It's between The Last of Us 2 and Arkham City, but we'll keep these up. We'll be back next week with some more. I might even have the intro art like written out. Not the prose, but at least the beats written out by next week. I'm hoping to draw either Jato or Bleak or both within this week. I don't think they'll be ready by next week, but it's possible. It takes me hours to do those, so that's why you don't see them that often. But yeah, this has been a really long outro. Shout outs to up to you, Nods. Appreciate that, Coffee. Let's do our shout outs, and we have 7 viewers, guys. Let's raid somebody. Let's raid who's live? Mess is live, Geeky's live. I haven't rated Mess in a minute. I'll do Mess. Shout outs to C4 the homie as always. And again, appreciate you doing I made good on the 10 push-ups. I still have to do that poll that viewer asked for from before, like who was best at video games or something. Chase for the lurk and the host. Mom's in the chat, and again, shout outs to my little brother. It's his 20th birthday. Daddy was in the chat as well, and shout outs to Coffee for the follows. And chatting with us, chilling. You have a great night as well, Coffee, and let's raid Mess. And thank you guys so much for. Wait, I don't know. Wait, I don't want to start a prediction. Just do the slash. There we go. Days just did you just get up? But the idea is appreciated. Well, have a good rest of your day and week and month and year. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is JB Phoenix once again. Sign off. Oh, buy the book. Oh no, I don't have it on this. It's on the hat. Buy this on Amazon. All right, bye guys.